Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. You know it. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, this morning a particular story caught my attention, and I have to talk about this morning. I did 3 videos again yesterday, and I was going to let them sit and catch up with the views, but I have to talk about this. I have to respond to a 4th of July post or a retruth. It's not a retweet, it's called a retruth on Donald Trump, Donald Trump's Truth Social Network. Yesterday, he sent a message to America on the 4th of July, and a specific message to 80 million Americans, a very specific FU message to over half the country. The former President of the United States sent a message on the 4th of July to over half the voting public of the United States and the former president, saying F you. Okay, and then he said there's some more. I'll put the actual picture on my thumbnail. Before I get into this, I want to talk about a conversation I had, and this will be relevant at the end of the video. I had a conversation with a family member that I love more than anything in the world. You could probably figure out who this is. She's almost 80 years old. And she was a Democrat almost her entire life, and she got caught up in this Trump thing. And she started watching Fox News. She liked Hannity. She thought he was a handsome-looking man or something. I don't know. And Fox News came in good on her cable station. I don't know. She started, and that's all she watches now is Fox News. And when I sit down and talk to her, I actually hear the rhetoric. It bothers me because I feel like this person I love more than anything in the world is literally being brainwashed. And like I said, I could tell this because she'll repeat talking points verbatim that I know she got off Fox News yesterday. Now we, of course, just like every other family in America, we have there's gay people in our family. And I never expected her to say anything about gay people. She never has. Yesterday, we're talking, and I brought up the subject of the LGBTQ community, and it came out. She says she's had it up to here with the LG. She couldn't get the letters right. The LGBTQ, the BQG community. They want extra rights. And I said, well, what about my uncle? He's gay. She says, I don't have anything against gay people, but this group, this LGBTQ, these LGBTQ people, I've had it with them. Why do they need a whole month of, and she's repeating things verbatim. And then the fact that she says she has nothing against gay people, like my uncle, but the LGBTQ people, because to that, it's these initials, this radical leftist group. And I just sit there, and it bothers me so much. It doesn't make me angry at all. It doesn't want to make me say F you to her and F you for voting for Donald Trump to her. It makes me feel worried that she's being brainwashed. And I've told her this before. I said, you're in a echo chamber. You're just hearing the same things over and over again, and you're not getting the other side of the story. And she says, well, we don't know the other side of the story. And right there I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere. Okay, so yesterday, let me talk about this. So yesterday, Donald Trump on the 4th of July retruths this post on his Truth Social Network. On the 4th of July, he was the former President of the United States, a message to everybody that voted for Joe Biden. F Joe Biden, and F you for voting for him. Over 80, 81, 82, 87, I can't remember, million Americans, including me, voted for Joe Biden. And then it doesn't only say that, but there's a picture of a flag. Well, the picture of the flag says F Joe Biden and F you for voting for him. But above that, it says, there's a quote, and it says, never in my life have I seen anyone wearing a Joe Biden hat, a Joe Biden t-shirt, or flying a Joe Biden flag. And I thought about this a little bit. And there's a pretty simple answer for that. 2 reasons. I'm not 14 years old, and I'm not in a cult. Those 2 reasons. The 14-year-old one, I don't wear shirts with anything on them because I know who I am today. When I was younger, the first shirts I probably started, I would wear a shirt with Led Zeppelin or Deep Purple or whatever, Harley Davidson on it, because I wasn't sure who I was. And I wanted other people to, it was about what how other people saw me. It wasn't about Led Zeppelin really, per se. It was about how I wanted to be seen by other people. Then I started wearing shirts that said Ibanez or Gibson as I got about to 18 years old or 19 or 20 because I started playing guitar, and I didn't want to be seen because that was immature now as a fan of rock music. Now I was an actual musician, and that's how I wanted to be seen by other people. Now I know who I am. And not only that, but there's another reason I don't wear a Joe Biden shirt or Joe Biden flag or Joe Biden bumper stickers. I'm not in a cult. This is a political choice. And my choices change over time as new information comes in. It's not a rock band. It's not a sports club. It's not the Giants against Dallas or anything like that. This is a different thing. This is the current situation of politics in America and the way I feel about it. And it's a personal choice on how I see America, what's important to me, and what's going to be important to me in the future. Why would I paste that on my shirt? So I thought about my response to this, because he says F you and F Joe Biden and F you for voting for him. So of course, at first, what am I going to say? Well, F you back Donald Trump and F all the Trump voters for voting for him. And I thought about that. And my mother, my family member that I talked to, and she voted for Donald Trump. Do I really want to say that to her? Do I really? No. I feel bad for the majority of Trump voters and the way they're caught up in this. It's a cult. They're being brainwashed into believing ridiculous things. For Donald Trump, it's nothing but a popularity contest, ratings, and all that. It's not about the country. It's not about our future or future situations. It's about his popularity and how many his ratings and how many people are wearing his shirts and his hats. It's not about America. All right, the link will be down below so you guys can read the articles. I honestly, I'm not going to say F Donald Trump and F you for voting for him. I hope one day you realize that you've been lied to. That's all I got to say to people that voted for Donald Trump. Have a good Wednesday.